Hammer Smash, 103.7 FM, CFBU. This is Hammer Smash, Joey.
And it's Metal Mike over here. Joe, I like that. I like that
eh?
little bit of like that intro, and then the riff comes in, and it almost sounds a little bit like that Firewind riff that we used to do.
Yeah, we had that old Firewind riff where the riff was kicking in, the drums were rolling, and then once the double kick and the riff really started rocking, that's when we hopped on.
This is a cool show opening too. We might stick with this one.
Yeah, right on. We got a bunch of these tunes. It's by my buddy Andy Coatsworth, just writing a bunch of tunes and instrumental stuff, and he's got them up on YouTube. And I was like, dude, you got to send this to me. I love to play it on the show, and he's a super nice guy. Sent it over to me, so here we go.
Right on. He might be our background music guy from now on.
Yeah, right on. Shout out to Andy for getting this cool background music for us. But yes, back to Hammer Smash 103.7 every Sunday. And we got a pretty cool show today, Metal Mike.
Very interesting show. We have a guest.
Yes, we do. We have our another guest today, Gillian Underhill, the promoter for the Geekery and Duffy's Tavern, as well as he just got back from 70,000 tons of metal. And we can't wait to hear about how that trip went. She's going to talk all about that, as well as the upcoming shows in this area. So you can hear all about that. Lots of new music we're going to be pumping out. We got
an old school music too, right?
Yeah, lots of old school music. A lot of mix going on. I was on an old school binge this week, just old school death metal, progressive old school death metal. So I've just been, that's what I'm going to be rocking on the show this week, because that's what I've been listening to this week. So
that's awesome. And like I told you before we went on air too, we're almost lucky that I didn't do the exact same thing, because I was going to. And I was like, I'm going to throw Joe off and show up with a bunch of old school tunes.
Hey, no, you got something different. You got a bunch of new bands and tunes I've never even heard of.
Dude, I discovered a lot of new Canadian bands. Some really good ones. I got
nice
the Mothercraft, and they're fantastic.
Right on.
I got a stoner doom band from Italy that I want to play for you.
A stoner doom band from Italy.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm excited for that. Maybe I'll play an Italian death metal band. We can do it side to side.
Ooh,
compare that. That'll be fun. Lots of stuff. We're going to be talking about some metal news as well. We're going to be touching on the Aussie tour, because tickets just went on sale this weekend. Mm-hmm. Not much going on in metal sports, I don't think, this week. So
no, not too much. Just the Olympics are taking place, but to be honest, I haven't watched a lot of
Yeah,
Olympics.
not much going on there, so we're going to have to replace that segment with a complaint for sure.
Oh, and I
know you came in already.
I got a real complaint.
And we'll save it smoke coming out of your head.
We'll save it for after a couple songs here. I don't want to go on.
Yeah, you don't want to throw them down right away.
Yeah.
And we got to lift you up. We're fired up. We're here once a week. And while you're here, you're going to have a good time. You're going to hang out for 2 hours with us, and you're going to hear some metal. And you're going to hear this new music bed. I like it, man. I'm digging this. I'm digging this new music bed. We got a few...
if I had a lawyer, he'd be digging it, too.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, you're going to be hearing more of those throughout the week. Or throughout the show, I mean, because we got some more of these background music. But enough about the background music. Let's talk about
the forefront music.
Yeah, the forefront music.
Yeah.
There you go. Metal Mike, you had a tune that you want to start out with. And you know what? I want to hear it, man. Just because the title, the band, I believe, they're called Heave, Blood, and Die?
Heave, Blood, and Die.
Okay.
And the title of the song is Warsaw. And I like to give the sound of this, I give the name of the sound of this song to, like, not enraging, but like it starts getting you, get you on your nerves, you know what I mean? Like you start feeling it.
Get fired up.
You're getting fired up.
It's one of those tunes.
Get you on the edge.
Oh, I love it.
Start getting frantic. That's how I feel with this song.
Frantic, tick, 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 tock.
It's actually just Metallica. Here's Heave, Blood, and Die, Warsaw on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM. Some people are really, really freaking stupid.
What makes you say that, Metal Mike?
Joe. And I mean really, really stupid. If I was a courageous man, I'd say some more vulgar words about that. Okay. Happened on my way here, and here's my complaint. Here's our segment for today. I'm outraged.
Metal Mike's pissed, lady.
Joe, I almost murdered someone on the way here.
You did?
I almost heaved their blood, and they would have died.
Like, were you in your vehicle when this happened?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting off the 406, and I'm hitting the bridge on 4th Ave. So I'm coming across, and on my side of the road, there's no sidewalks. On the other side of the road, there's sidewalks. Mm-hmm. And there's no lights on this bridge. Bro, I'm like a foot away, like behind this guy who's walking against the shoulder of the road. And he's wearing all black. And like I'm showing you, he's this far away. And that's like probably about half a foot. from like my car before I could see him. If you are gonna walk on the road, don't wear all black at night.
Bro, I see where you're going with this. I know where you're going because that's very similar to what I hate the most, and that's people that ride their bikes on the shoulder road too close.
Too close.
Like, what are you doing? Get off the road. Like, what were you taught when you were younger? Like, remember you when you were younger? Like, the sidewalk is the safe place to be.
There's legitimately a sidewalk, and it's all lit up.
Like, go right there. Yeah, that's the safe spot to be. Like, I get it. Like, oh, no, you can't ride your bike on the sidewalk. But, like, what if there's nobody on the sidewalk? Just go on there.
Go on the sidewalk.
Get away from the cars. Get away from me.
It's nighttime.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Dude, it drives me absolutely crazy. Like, the same thing with people getting too close.
Mm-hmm.
People have a little bit more leeway with. But I guess what you said, too, the big thing was the wearing all black.
And he also...
That pissed me off, too.
And he was also walking with the traffic and not against.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
that.
It's not like he could see a
vehicle
vehicle
coming. You can't
coming.
see behind you. What an idiot.
Bro, I swear, like half a foot away until I actually was able to see this guy.
Wow. And you literally could have clipped him, too. That pisses me off, too, when people do that.
My
and, like,
mirror could have probably hit him.
They put you in danger. They could screw you over like that. You know what, too, as well, Metal Mike,
Stupid.
you know this. I wear all black.
Yeah.
I always wear all black. And when I walk, it wouldn't even cross my mind to walk on the shoulder of the road because of that reason. I would just become invisible.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't care how metal
wouldn't
you
even
are.
cross my mind.
You don't want to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
No one wants to get hit by a car unless you're
Now I'm heated because I'm thinking about the people with the bikes.
Oh, man.
Man, you know what? One time, I was driving with Rocco. He was on the side. I always take Rocco for a late night cruise. Best dog for a late night cruise. Driving around, and when I got Rocco in the car, I drive pretty good. I drive really good actually, like probably the best because I want to keep him safe, and I don't want him sliding around.
No, obviously,
and get him scared. So like, I'm going straight down this road, and it's not like a turn where it's like a stop and turn. It's just a winding type of road. Mm-hmm. And this guy is on a bike in the middle of the road, and he's going straight down the winding part, but it veers off into another path or another road or something like that, and he's trying to get onto the opposite road, but he just like goes right in front of my car. I had to go on the brakes. Rocco goes flying.
Jeez.
I freaked out, man, because like he put Rocco in danger.
Yeah.
I don't care about me and my Rocco.
I have no issue
so
with
pissed, man.
I have no issue with people biking on the road.
Yeah, no, neither.
But they have to do it in a way that they actually pay attention to traffic, because you will die. You will get hit by a car.
Yeah.
And you will die.
And it's just like
stop playing with your lives, man.
And other people's lives, too, that are in the car. Like, dude, I don't care. Like you said, I have nothing against, like, riding on the road.
Right.
But once you see a car, get off the road. Get off the road.
And just don't bike like a damn imbecile.
I know.
Oh, you have the right of way. Okay, yeah, you do, but you don't have the right of way to cut people off.
I think they own the streets.
Yeah, this car is going 70. It's going to take probably about 50 feet for the thing to come to a dead stop. You know what I mean? That's 2 tons of metal that's going to hit you. But nothing close to 70 tons of metal, which we'll be talking about.
That's very true.
70,000 tons
70,000 tons of metal.
Which we'll be talking about a little later.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that amount of metal. That pissed me off. Good thing there's no people riding their bikes on the
Honestly,
ocean.
though, there might be. There might be
those
now. Water bikes.
I know.
The water tricycle things.
Yeah, really. Well, what a good way to start off the beginning of the show with a good complaint segment right after an angry song, by the way. Let's the song before this. What was that, Metal Mike? It was called Warsaw.
Warsaw
by Heave, Blood, and Die.
You would almost think that the band's name was Warsaw and the song was Heave, Blood, and Die.
It's true, yeah, because it does seem that way. But we're starting it out with an angry, sludgy song going into an angry talk bit. So let's keep this train rolling and go into some more angry music, some old school death metal. Here's some Benediction. The song's called Nightfear on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM. Benediction on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM CFBU. The song was called Nightfear. We're going back to the 1993 album Transcend the Rubicon. Some old school death metal going up in your ears. You can also hear their newest album. Just came out this year in 2018, Subconscious Terror. You can go check that album out. I could have played a song off of their new album, to keep with some new metal at you, but I've been going old school this week, so we're going to hear some old school as well. That's kind of how the show works. Whatever we're listening to that week, that's what we got going on.
Yeah. We don't choose the music; our brains choose the music.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't have a choice when it comes to that.
Nope.
No. But you have a choice to still stay listening, because we got some cool stuff we're going to be talking about. Metal Mike and I, We got a pretty big family.
We got a huge family.
Huge family.
Star-studded family.
Star-studded family, that's for sure. A lot of dads. But we're going to get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit. We're talking about our uncles and their pet eagles.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very open-ended.
Our uncles and their pet eagles.
Our uncles and their pet eagles. What's that all about? I don't know. Got to hang on, find out.
You're listening to Hammer Smashed, 103.7 FM, CFBU.
Hey, it's Hammer Smash Joey over here.
Metal Mike, and we got a big family we want to tell you about.
We do. A huge family.
Huge
family that you'd be very jealous that you're not a part of.
And it's all 100% true.
Yeah, it's all 100% true. I guess, should we start off with the top cheese? The ruler of the thermostat.
Oh.
The top guy. The man sitting on the throne.
The ruler of the ozone thermostat.
Ozone thermostat. I see what you did there.
Yeah, don't touch the ozone. He'll be pissed.
Yeah, that's right. And we are talking about our Father Oz.
Father
Ozzy.
Top of the line.
Top of the cheese right there. Right underneath Father Oz, Papa Phil.
We
got Papa Phil right there. Mm-hmm. And as well, or just not too far away from Papa Phil, is our guard dog, Zach. Zach Wild. No, sorry, he's not our guard dog.
No.
That's
Zach
Braun.
is also a papa.
He's also a papa.
Papa Zach.
Papa Zach. And our guard dog is Braun Strowman.
This is our family.
This is our family, all right? Okay, we got some cool guys going on in our family.
No mothers.
No mothers. There's all the coolest dads that we could possibly think of. that could be in our family.
And our newest addition.
Yeah, newest additions
to the family
is our uncles.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some uncles in this family.
Joe and I, we do share the same ultimate father, the same two papas, but we actually have different uncles.
We do. We have different uncles for some reason.
But it's weird because they both ended up being Uncle Donny.
Uncle Donny. We both have Uncle Donny.
And they both have pet eagles.
And they both have pet eagles. That's right. That's very true. But we have different type of Donnies. Mm-hmm. I'm on the Don Felder side.
Oh, and I'm on the Donny Henley side.
He's on the Donny Henley side. That's right. We're talking about the two men that we love the most from the Eagles. That a huge segue. Just to
introduce the guys from the Eagles.
Just to introduce the guys from the Eagles. That's right. Yeah, last week we talked about the Eagles a little bit because the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
We're still coming down from
that. Yeah. And I was listening to a lot of Eagles. You know when something like spark music that you've listened to in the past before. Like for me, that was the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, you know what? I haven't listened to the Eagles in a while. I'm going to start doing that. And that was me last week, just firing up so much the Eagles. And we both can agree they're amazing. We love them.
It must have resonated on me a little bit too, because I actually went out and bought the Hotel California on vinyl this week.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Down the road from here.
Yeah. Oh, right on. Yeah, no, we love the Eagles. So we were both listening to the Eagles a lot this weekend with some refreshments. But me and Mike are a little divided when it comes to the band.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm on the Don Felder side, and Metal Mike is on the Don Henley side. If you don't know, Don Henley is the lead singer, the main guy.
The main singer.
He's the drummer. And Don Felder came a little later in the band, and he's the one that got the more rock and roll side to the band. He's the lead guitar player. His name was Fingers Felder. Fingers Felder, that's right. We're a little sided. I'm on the Donny side, the Don Felder side, and Metal Mike is the Don Henley side.
When you see, I was torn too, because actually for a little while I was pretty ignorant to the difference. I didn't realize that there were two different people. Mm-hmm. I just thought there was one Donny, and then I was watching heavy metal, and I realized, well, that's Don, but that has a different voice. When you're listening to All of You or the song Heavy Metal in that that movie or on the soundtrack, and I was like, wait a minute, something's off here. So I'm going through, I'm doing my research, and I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah,
different Dons.
And you're probably thinking, wow, the Don that I liked this whole time was the Don Henley. That's what you're probably thinking, right?
That's exactly.
There you go. Oh, that's interesting. So that's all right.
I just love his voice, man. He's got such a good voice.
Dude, you know what? I'm on the same side. I love his voice as well. They're both great. Everyone in the Eagles is just so talented. But you know what? I'm sticking with my Felder, and you're sticking with
my Henley.
You stick with the Henley. And we want to know, if you're an Eagles fan, what side are you on? Are you on Don Felder side, or are you on the Don Henley side, or are you the I don't care, shut up and just keep playing more metal side?
I like Joe Walsh. Now go play.
Yeah, I like
metal.
Joe Walsh. Shut up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you're a Joe Walsh side, then put it on that side too. It's okay to talk about things like this, though, I think, once in a while, because metalheads, we all share a certain type of music outside of metal, I think.
Classic
we all
rock,
like
man.
Classic rock.
And
classic rock's the biggest one. If if you're a metalhead and the other thing that you listen to is not metal, it's most likely classic rock.
Or like gangster rap.
Or gangster. yeah, or gangster rap. That's true. Or whatever. But, that what you got out of that talk, but we want to know. Are you on the Don Henley side or the Don Felder side?
You could either go to our Facebook, comment something, send us a message, or you could even try calling us at 905-346-2645 there. Just let us know. And in the meantime, we got some Don Felder for you. Here's Heavy Metal on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM.
Hammer Smash 103.7 FM CFBU. You are on the second hour of Hammer Smash Radio. And just in time, too, because our guest has just showed up. Gillian Underhill, our third guest of the year, 2018.
Big year for us.
Big year for us, yeah. Big things are happening. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Jill's here, our third guest. What's going on, Jill? What's happening?
Not too much.
Oh, maybe
coming off a weekend.
Maybe if I turned her mic up, that would work. There we go. Jill, what's happening again?
Coming off a good weekend, Niagara Metal, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a show that went on this weekend. Want to talk about that? What's going on?
Yeah, Vodnik and Skeleton Lake and Battered Ecos. It's a great show for sure. And we also had Ben from the Smile Case from Tilsonburg, believe it or not. He's got a pretty good scene rocking out there.
Tilsonburg?
And,
How far away is Tilsonburg?
I didn't even know it was a real place, to be quite honest. I had to look it up myself. But yeah, a lot of bands dying to get out there because who else do they know in that?
That's fair.
For sure, but dude was great too. He played under the table. People weren't paying attention to him because they were still setting up, and he came into the dining room and played underneath the table, and then once everybody got up and was looking at him, he walked down the hallway and played in the bathroom, so most of the people went into the bathroom while he played his set.
Nice.
Joking?
That's pretty punk, actually. That reminds me of Well and Wasted when they just start walking around, or the lead singer just starts walking around.
And if you don't know what Jill's talking about, what we're talking about is the Geekery Pub.
Mm-hmm.
Jill's also the promoter for the Geekery Pub in Duffy Tavern. So we're talking about the shows going on at the Geekery and Duffy's Tavern and all that stuff.
But also something that's even much bigger.
Yeah, 70,000
70,000 tons
bigger.
much bigger. You want a cruise?
The best week of the year.
Yes, yeah. You just got back from that. When did you get back?
7th we got back. We do 2 days before and then 2 days to decompress right after. We just stay in Florida and kind of ease back into reality.
So how does the whole thing work? You drive up to, where is it, Florida?
Well, we fly to Florida. We just
Okay.
fly out of Buffalo because it's cheap.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. You pay for your cruise and you pay for your flight back and forth.
And how long's the actual whole trip altogether?
5 days. Well, 4 days pretty much. They kick
Okay.
you off that 5th day. So.
And then sometimes I saw in your pictures you had you were like on an island. You guys stop places too?
Indeed, yeah. One stop. It's not really, it's more about the destination.
Oh.
It's not so much about the destination, more about the journey, I should
That's
say.
for sure. Partying the whole time while you're on that boat watching
Definitely.
all these wicked bands.
Yeah, I'll give a quick run through of all the bands and tell me if you've seen them.
Okay.
Aborted.
No.
Oh, they're sick.
Hailstorm.
Yes.
Belphegor.
No.
Beyond Creation.
Caught a little bit,
Cannibal Corpse.
of course.
Yeah, of
At
course.
10 a.m., the earliest show they ever played ever.
10 a.m.?
At 10 a.m.
Were they eating eggs still on stage?
No, he had a beer, of course. He had like a giant Foster's can.
That's awesome.
That's
Gotta stay
wicked.
classy on the ocean, right? Dark Tranquility.
I caught a song or two, I think, from them.
They're awesome live.
Exhumed.
Didn't see them, no.
Ooh, how about this one? How about Benediction?
No,
we played them
no.
on the show earlier. That was the
Oh,
second
really?
song.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's old school death metal.
Yep, for sure.
There's a band we've seen a couple times. Goat Whore.
Goat Whore, yes.
Yeah.
They had a darn good time. In fact,
yeah.
the singer didn't make the second set because he got on board, played the first set, no problem, and then got some kind of horrible flu, was stuck in his room. It was not a good time for him, but Sammy and the rest pulled through, so it wasn't too bad.
This lineup is like crazy.
It's
there
all
are
over.
so many, like, oh my God, Psycho Stick.
Yeah.
October
Insane.
They
Tide.
play Beer is Good.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Of course they did. Yeah,
They're
Meshuggah too. Sepultura.
Yeah.
Exodus.
Yeah.
Metal Church.
Insomnia. Metal Church. Oh my.
Destruction, yeah.
Also
Creator.
Exciter. We played Exciter on the show just recently, a couple songs ago. So did you see them?
I did, of course, yeah.
And you said it was the original lineup that was there,
Yes.
wasn't it?
So, great show. for
Now, when
sure.
you saw Sepultura was there, I'm not sure. Did you end up watching their
Yeah,
set?
of course.
Is
Yeah,
Max
both.
back in the band?
No.
No,
no.
definitely not.
That didn't-
no.
Yeah, no, that's not.
It's just Igor, right?
Right.
And then I forget his name, Derek. Unmistakable. He is one ginormous dude.
You know what? Speaking of that, Max, we've been really digging that other album he did, Cavalier Conspiracy.
Cavalier Conspiracy is
Oh wow,
fantastic.
Psychosis. That album's absolutely awesome.
Speaking of big dudes, what was the band we watched a couple months ago? And the singer was on like a giant podium. We went with Jeff.
Oh, Panzerfaust.
Panzerfaust.
Yeah, that's a big
yeah.
dude.
He's a
Yeah.
big dude, and he looks huge on stage because he's on the podium.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
They would be pretty cool at the Geekery. That would
Definitely.
look cool with that setup. Wink, wink.
Send them my way. Send them my way for sure.
But wow, yeah, though, so many bands. It kind of sucks that you can't really see all of them, right? Because there's so much stuff going on. It
Well,
looks
they-
like there's 4 stages, right?
They play twice, so I mean, if you're too hammered or sleeping or at another show for the first one, you have that second chance.
I'll do.
But,
I do see some crossover.
You can't be bummed out if you miss something because you were totally having a good time doing something.
And there's
else.
other
So-
stuff as well as music. Belly flop contest is one of them.
Ridiculous.
Karaoke, skippers, thank you.
There are epic
All-Star
epic
Jam.
flip cup games going on
Flip
this
cup
like
games.
ginormous grand piano. The Vikings play flip cup. It's been since the first year that they do that, and I mean epic, like hundreds of people.
That is awesome.
The
Wow.
Super Bowl happened while we were
Oh
on the
yeah, how
boat.
did that happen?
No.
Were there any Eagles fans? I'm an Eagles fan.
Dude, you should have seen the shirts that people had made.
What?
Corpse Grinder showed up in some like Mexican wrestling match.
That's
Like-
awesome. Oh my god,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
it's
awesome.
silly.
I bet people were partying and
Totally
going nuts.
silly,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially during the Super Bowl.
For sure.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What was like who were the best performers of your cruise?
I'm gonna say Creator. I mean, my favorite, I think, mosh pit ever in my life ever was the first time Creator was on the boat. So I just didn't miss a second of that. And
Creator's wicked. Their new album too.
the more you go, the more people you know, and the mosh pit
true.
ends up being like this family of all, you're at a thrash show because the thrash guys are there. You're at a death show. All the
Right.
black metal guys are there. So
What was it like moshing on a boat?
well, the first year
Back and
before we
forth.
booked, that was a genuine fear. We're like, what's gonna happen? Is there, is there gonna be fights? Are we gonna fall off? Is there people gonna drink themselves into oblivion? Like, what's gonna happen? But
That would be me.
it was the farthest thing from the truth. And now we're on such a huge boat. You are moving back and forth, but you almost forget you're on a boat anymore. It's just so
Wow.
big, right? It's like
True.
a whole other world. But,
And you're in the ocean, and how did the bands actually sound? Because I wouldn't assume there's any acoustics.
Yes,
No.
that was our
Open
biggest
air.
question.
yeah, open air. We wonder if the cruise ships that pass us, they're
Oh.
not very close, but they're close enough that we can see them. So we wonder
Right.
if they can hear
They
us
can hear the metal.
sometimes, I'm sure. But
Anyone following you in like just a smaller boat trying to
right,
tailgate?
that would be me, right? In the dinghy.
You touched on too, like at being at the cruise. It's like just one giant metal family. Everyone's there. It's all metalheads on this cruise, and I'm assuming you feel that the most probably when it's like the end of the night.
Totally.
It's like 5 a.m. You're walking to get a snack, and you just see like all these metalheads
Yep.
hanging out still,
Yep.
and just that feeling of camaraderie
It's
between
ridiculous.
everyone must be
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Because we felt that with Heavy MTL. That was the
Yeah.
closest we had.
Yes.
That was our biggest festival.
Yeah.
How many people, by the way? were at it?
72 nations on the boat. 72
wow.
nations.
Wow.
And they have listed, I'm not even 100% sure, I think it goes America, Canada, Germany, I want to say, but in order of how many are from where. And every year there's a couple more countries sneak in, and it's amazing. Like, not only have I hardly ever seen an argument, I've definitely never seen a fist fight ever once. With
That's-
all the
oh, yeah,
moshing,
that's cool.
all the drinking, I've never ever. We were joking that this one guy was cheering the band on and elbowed the guy behind him by accident, turned around and hugged the guy, and
Nice.
got him a bunch of beers, and now they're the best friends ever. They
Nice,
go every
nice.
year.
Yeah, that's
right?
what happens at shows. That's awesome.
And it's funny how you mentioned with the mosh pit thing too, because I was thinking because the wrestler Chris Jericho, he's doing this thing where it's like he's calling it the Jericho Cruise, right? He's doing a big
Wow.
cruise with a bunch of bands, right? But he's also putting a wrestling ring on the boat. And I
my
was
God.
thinking, how is a wrestling match gonna happen on a cruise ship? You know what I mean?
Well, there's hot tubs on the pool deck around the mosh pit. So the mosh pit is like a skating rink pretty much up there.
Oh,
And,
wow.
there are mosh pits in the hot tubs,
Of
and there
course.
are hot tubs on the stage, which have been plexiglass
Oh my
now.
God, that's wicked.
And there are like crowd surfing going on across the stage. Singer Sabaton on I think the first or second cruise on a smaller boat was crowd surfed across, handed someone his microphone, thrown into the pool while singing, then gets back out
Wow.
and continues and gets
so-
crowd surfed back to the stage.
Wow, that's awesome. we saw Sabaton too at Heavy MTL. Oh boy, I want to hear more and more about this. We're gonna talk more and more about Sabaton. We still got an hour, or not Sabaton, about 70,000 tons of metal. We're gonna play Sabaton right now for you, and we're gonna get back to more talking with Jill about her time at 70,000 tons of metal, as well as the shows coming up at the Geekery that you got to check out. But right now, keep those butts in your seats, and we're gonna listen to Sabaton, their newest album, or their latest album, The Last Stand. Did they play some of their stuff off that album?
Yeah, oh, definitely. They played 3 songs, I think, off. They played 2 different sets, so
How many songs
that's the
are on
bonus about 2 shows too. A lot
Oh,
of the
it's-
bands play 2 sets, so some bands have played a whole album on the way down and then a whole album on the
nice.
way back, kind of
Oh,
thing.
wow.
So you get a lot of things like that.
Oh wow, that must be so much fun. So much fun. Well, I can't wait. We'll be talking to you with off air right now because I want to hear more about this. But you want to hear some Sabaton, so let's do it. We're going to be playing Hill 3, 2, 3, 4 on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM CFBU.
Oh, yeah.
I love songs that have stuff like that, man. I love it. That's awesome. That was a band called Scum Canada. They're from Hamilton, Jill.
Indeed.
Some Hamilton Canadian metal we got for you, and that was brutal. The song that we heard was called In Cold Blood. And you've had these guys at the Geekery before, right?
I have, for sure. They're new up-and-comers, and they're eager to play, and they're all-givers, that's for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, check these guys out.
I love that album art too.
Yeah, this album art's pretty sweet. It's a skull just puking up some green puke.
His eyes are popping out.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Happened to have letters in his vomit.
Yeah.
And
It's just
spelled a word.
He ate some alphabet soup.
Large
spaghetti.
alphabet soup. Imagine alphabet soup with letters that big, like you gotta like fork a knife in
Well,
it.
dude, imagine in general you ate alphabet soup and then you threw up and you like threw up a word.
And that's your band name.
That's your band
You're
name.
like, how'd you get that band name?
I threw it up, man. I threw it.
Great idea.
That's sick, dude.
Whoa.
How'd you come up with Doomstone? We threw it up.
Oblivion, actually.
Oh boy, that's wicked. So the Scum, new upcoming band. Go check these guys out for sure. Do you know anything else so we can touch about these guys coming
No,
around?
They book often in Hamilton. I definitely will have them back. If you're listening, Scum, let me know when your dates are.
Awesome, yeah, because I want to see them live. I haven't seen those guys yet. But some bands that we can see live, we're going to talk about right now. That some shows coming up at the Geekery, Jill's got going on, and this one right here, I'm holding in my hands,
March 3rd.
are coming March 3rd. That's the Laid to Rest, the Rebel Scum, and Ripping Friends show,
And Decatur.
and Decatur. Wow,
yeah.
that's huge.
That's a hell of a lineup.
That is a hell of a lineup.
$5.
Wow, $5. You can't beat that. It's at the Geekery on McLeod Road. You can't beat that. You got to go check it out for sure. And that's gonna be a fun show, eh? A fun just drinking, partying,
For sure.
a lot of fun. That'll be a little.
Guitar given away.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right. There's gonna be the guitar giveaway too going on there.
And what is the drink that you purchase, or the refreshment that you purchase to you get into that raffle?
It is the wonderful oldest beer in Canada. Speaking of Canadian contact, Moosehead.
Moosehead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's a Moosehead guitar, and it's not just a cheap piece of garbage. It's a Godin. It's a Canadian-made guitar. It's a
Wow.
pretty penny guitar. I think it's worth about $800, if I am correct. And so we're gonna draw for that. That night, I figured what a better reason to have a metal show. So
That's awesome. So you buy a beer, you could almost get well, you do qualify to get a guitar, and you may just get it for the price of one cold brewski,
Yeah.
one cold Steve Weiser.
You can't beat that. And if you lose, you still get a beer.
You still get a
You
beer.
still get a beer. It's great. It's a lot of fun. And like Jill said as well, it's $5 to get into this show. Can't beat that, especially with that lineup. $5.
band
It's
from
a steal.
Toronto, band from Buffalo, band from Hamilton, band
that's-
from Niagara. So
Wow.
we got Southern Ontario kind of covered there.
Nice and diverse. Going to be
Yep.
a lot of fun right there. Do you know what the lineup is so far? Or
The Rippin' Friends are going to open. They're going to play metal only.
metal? Yes. What's going on? I actually want to ask about it. Are they going to do their usual cover stuff or?
Well, they said they're going to lean a little more to the metal side.
Okay.
So they're trying to get that much worth ready for the show.
Nice.
I know last time I seen them, I was wearing a Bark at the Moon shirt. And
Yes.
they looked at me and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna love our next song, buddy."
Yeah, then you-
and I was
then-
all refreshed. And then they played Bark at the Moon and I lost it. It was amazing.
We did have some refreshments that night.
Yeah.
Too many. we will as well for that show. March 4th,
Third.
3rd. Okay, and that's a Saturday or a
It is.
Friday?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. I love the Saturday shows. Saturday shows are my favorite. You got nothing going, you got nothing to worry about.
And that's not all we're giving away, too, because here we're also giving away, we have a Blu-ray Lemmy documentary DVD. Well, I guess it's a Blu-ray. You can't say DVD. We have Geekery Pub bucks here that you can win, and also passes.
Indeed. I have passes for 2 to whatever Niagara Metal sponsored show that you'd like to attend. They're valid for 2 people to come in.
That's awesome. So you can go to our Facebook page, Hammer Smash 103.7 FM. If you're wearing a band t-shirt, take a picture, share it up there. Or if you're hooked on a band right now and you really want us to play it on the air, let us know what that is.
Yeah, anything. Any interaction.
And you qualify for the raffle. And you get yourself some Lemmy, get yourself some bucks, and get yourself some free metal.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll get like free stuff.
We'll do it at the end of the show. We'll find the winner, and we'll get a hold of you later on. So, yeah, thank you for those of you that did participate. Those of you that have not, you got 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You got 40 minutes.
And if you don't, then you just made the list.
Yeah, you don't want to be on that list. You don't want to be on the Jericho list. But let's get back to some more metal. One of the bands that we were just talking about for the show at the Geekery is Laid to Rest. So let's get these guys in your ears off their album, Nuclear Thrash. That's a cool name. We're going to play the song called Road Rash, and it's on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM, CFBU.
Decatur, Hammer Smash Radio 103.7 FM. That's the song Better Than Brooklyn. They're a great Canadian band. Before that, we had Laid to Rest with the song Road Rash. Before that, Scum. All bands that you could check out locally. Great Canadian bands, some of which you can catch early on in March at the Geekery, so you're not going to want to miss that show. And we're going to keep things a little Canadian here, changing gears a little bit. We got a band called Astrakhan. A little bit of progressive rock, progressive metal. Definitely some intriguing shit, so here you go. Check this out on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM, Astrakhan. Hammer Smash 103.7 FM, you just heard Astrakhan with the song Heaving Receiver. Just finishing up that great block of Canadian metal coming from all over the country. And we're here. Joe's to my left. We've got Gillian to my right talking about 70,000 tons of metal. And I looked up the weight of the boat, actually. It's on their website. It's far more than 70 tons, or 70,000 tons. It's like 132 tons.
Is it really?
Cruise ship.
That's pretty
excluding
funny.
all the people that are on it.
That's true.
The original one was, in fact, 70,000 tons, but it's no longer with the Royal Caribbean anymore. It's one of the smaller boats, and it was an older boat, and, the one they kind of trusted us with on the first cruise.
Yeah.
There was, in fact, a chair moshing episode. You can look that up on YouTube if you don't believe me. They were, the old-fashioned lounge chairs with the arms on wheels, and people moshed in them. But needless to say, it was a boat that was retiring, and everybody kind of knew that. So
it's like if you don't sink this boat, we'll give you another boat next year.
Exactly. So nobody got in trouble for it or anything, but it was a good time, made for some laughs.
Lot of room for shenanigans, though. That's for sure. A lot of and was everyone safe too? Everyone was okay with all this moshing going on with being hammered on a boat.
I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise, but the first thing they do is they take you to the safety thing. It's called the muster drill, and they make everybody attend. They take an attendance for it, make sure everybody is in there where they're supposed to be, and they teach you what happens if the alarm goes off, what you need to do, where you need to be, whatever. But this happens a good, couple of hours after everyone's boarded, and you're completely hammered by that point, and you're not supposed to drink at these muster drills, but you just nod your head and keep walking. And, I've met some of my lifelong friends sitting in front of them at a safety drill on the side of a boat, and it's a riot. I mean, we dress up the guys that are in charge of our area, and we have them doing shots and drinking out of, Viking horns.
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
various other
See, that's why I
craziness.
would go, because I would be hammered, and I would hear it and be like, oh, a mustard drill. Let's go. I love mustard.
Yeah, we love mustard. We found that out last week.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a mustard kind of guy, Mike.
And you never tried that pasta mustard, did you?
No, I didn't. No. I forgot about
That does not sound appealing.
relating to a talk bit we did last week. But actually, you know what? While we're on that, how was the food at the...
Amazing. You can do a buffet when you have a couple of minutes to quickly throw some food on your plate and eat, or, and the food's good. There's fancy restaurants you can go pay for, but unless you want to do those, everything is included, so you can eat 12 times a day if you feel like. Yeah, Sorrento's, horrible, but it's still pizza. Pizza at 4 o'clock in the morning is always available.
Oh, yeah.
Little cold cut sandwiches.
Here's
and
a real
stuff,
question. It kind of goes hand in hand with the food. and it's a big thing for me. How are the washrooms?
Oh, yeah.
It's like going to, the cleanest festival ever.
Whoa,
it
really?
doesn't really matter where you do a faceplant. You never have to worry.
Because we know what washrooms are like at metal shows. They're not pretty.
Dude,
But-
and your cabin is spotless. You have a cabin guy that I swear is sleeping underneath your bed sometimes because you leave the cabin for 5 minutes to grab a coffee and come back and you've got fresh towels and things like that. Little animals folded on your bed. And
Get out of here. What are you doing? Get out from under the bed.
hilarious, yeah. But it is literally like a festival in the lap of luxury. I mean, if you're hammered out of your face, you literally have to walk down the hallway somewhere, or get walked back to your cabin, which some of us have had happen a few times, and plan on doing that again.
Oh, man, it just sounds like an absolute blast. Sounds like so much fun. And then one more thing, too, as well, I want to talk about. So I'm going through the book, and we talked about this off air. Was that there was other activities too? There was karaoke. There was a surfing thing. I see rock climbing and.
So the bands play up until I think it's 3 or 4 in the morning, and then after that it's karaoke 24 hours. Run
24
by a
hours?
friend. It's like the bars serve 24 hours. So as soon as you leave the show, you can continue to drink. You just go downstairs, and everybody that's night owls or whatever is up singing, and it's like the super bands of super bands, and you get like. Gary Holt singing "Can't Touch This," and you get,
Wow, that's sweet.
Jeff Waters singing, Judas Priest, and just ridiculousness
That's
going
cool.
on. That's kind of when the magic really is. It's the unplanned things, and
Right.
and also our favorite extracurricular activity on the boat is the All-Star Jam. I think it's listed in there.
All-Star Jam. Yeah, I
So,
saw that on
That's
the
not where
actual
everyone
list.
just gets on stage and plays All-Star by Smash Mouth,
It's
is
the
it?
third day.
No torture.
Fourth
Jeff
day.
Waters runs it, and he finds a couple different people from each band, and they play certain songs. They play hits, and they play
That's
Priest and Ozzy and Slayer and
That's
Metallica
pretty
and whatever,
sweet.
and they get together. Like, it's amazing. It's one of the best things for sure, because you can't find it anywhere else. But there's tons of videos from that on YouTube, incidentally. If you want to watch them, it's worth your time.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
Might even
For
share
sure.
some on the
Yeah.
page here.
Yeah, for
There
sure.
are plenty of YouTube videos of all kinds. There was a pillow fight for when Origin played one year, and people were in
Origin's awesome
pajamas,
live.
and there was a feather foam raining cloud over the pit. It was
Did you see that thing? Green Jelly shared it earlier. I think it was earlier today or earlier in the week. There's like a mosh pit, but they're all in costumes.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do that. The puppets, the puppets,
was
and
so
all
cool.
that. And
Yeah.
that's fun.
The last day of the boat, the Friday, is the costume day, and you'll see like Pee Wee Herman crowd surf, and then a duck behind him, and then a rainbow unicorn guy, like the biggest, hairiest, tattooed guy in a rainbow fuzzy costume,
Naturally.
and then you'll just never know what you see, and it seems to be the most normal thing at the time for some reason. There was 2 Jesuses moshing forever.
Oh, sweet. There's always a
in the
Jesus
pit.
at a metal show.
I befriended a guy in a wheelchair, Jason, and I was moshing with him on the pool deck to Creator, and they were at 3 different times they lifted him up and crowd surfed him
Whoa,
across,
that's
and
awesome.
in his whole wheelchair and stuff, and he wanted to do it, and I was like, let's go.
Absolutely. And no one fell off the boat, right?
Nobody fell
That
off
we know
the boat.
of.
That we exactly
Yeah.
that we know of. We did drop someone off in Bahamas in the middle of the night. They had a medical emergency. I think their appendix burst or their
Oh, wow.
gallbladder. Something happened anyways where they couldn't be airlifted because of the pressure. And we literally pulled off to the first island and dropped them off, honestly.
Whoa.
So
There's going to be a movie made of
yeah.
it. Did you give
But
him a volleyball? Or?
Exactly. Not knock on wood, it's the only incident we've ever had. There's been no airlifting of people and various drunks, but that's about it.
Oh, that's good though. It's good. Everyone had a good, fun time, and just everything you're telling me, I'm just super jealous. Like very jealous right now. Like that sounds like so much fun.
And there was a Japanese band on the boat. And did you ever run into them at all?
Oh, we definitely did. The ongoing joke was, the hottest girl on the boat this year was the Japanese band Geezy, who are not girls, by the way.
Oh, that's not a.
They were beautiful.
Woman?
They seriously were gorgeous.
Wow, yeah, he's a. Look at this guy. He's a good-looking fella.
Totally
Oh,
right.
man.
Right?
Don't
Majestic.
put us after a few refreshments in the same room.
Yeah. Hey, so do you like metal?
Yeah.
So it was the first Japanese band that played the boat, so it was quite a thing. I don't know very many Japanese metal bands, but that's one of the things that you get when you go on the boat, though. You see a lot of bands that never make it to Canada or wherever.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to take a listen to this. Jill brought in a bunch of bands that were on the boat, as well as some local stuff, and right now we're going to listen to a boat band.
A boat band,
yeah. And how do you pronounce this?
Geezy.
Geezy, okay. Geezy, all right. So we're going to play some Geezy. You said they're from Japan.
Indeed.
Right on, so the first time we're going to have a Japan band on Hammer Smash 103.7 FM. And the song that we chose, because it's the coolest looking title, is, where is it? Oh, The Bloodthirsty Prince. Yeah, bring us some pints of beer. That'd be great. Wouldn't that be great, Mike?
Yeah, a couple pints of refreshments.
Refreshments. We were going to hop on the mic every time he said beer and said refreshments. But you know where you can get some refreshments? You can get them at the Geekery Pub on McLeod Road. We got Gillian Underhill with us right now. She's our fourth guest of 2018. She's telling us about the shows at the Geekery right now. We talked about one on March 4th. That's right. March 4th. I got it right this time?
March 3rd.
Damn, I got it wrong again. You know what it is? Because I have the 4th stuck in my head because Ozzy. Yeah.
Oh, and also the fourth guest. There's a lot of fours going on right now.
There you go. But we're talking about a little bit more going on at the Geekery. And this Open Jam, that's the most recent thing added to the Geekery.
It is.
What's going on with the Open Jam?
Well, you're constantly knowing musicians, booking bands. You meet people that want to be in a band or looking for a drummer or looking for a new member of their band or, looking just to jam out with other people kind of thing. So, instead of the regular open jam that's often hosted at local bars where you come and you sing a song and you strum your guitar, this will have equipment set up. So it'll be bring your own guitar to plug into the cabinet that's there, and we'll find a house drum kit and come and jam. And it's a matinee, so we're going to shoot for the last Sunday of the month on a regular thing. So it'll be from 6 till about 9, so not too late. So it's all ages that way. And the first hour is actually, in fact, put aside for kids. So if you know any young ones to come in, we've got a few coming from high schools and whatnot, just to kind of rock out and see what it's like to play. And there's a band that's just kind of decided they're almost ready to play live from Welland, and they're called Mortar, and they've signed up to come and give it a shot to see if they've got what it takes. They're just going to play for a half hour or so. And a couple of variety of people. Sean has signed up for playing drums, so if we can add a bass player and a singer and a guitarist to that would be great. Even if we just add a bass player to him, it might be fun, So we're just going to hang out and spend some time with, friends and family and in a relaxed atmosphere and have fun like we always do there. Niagara Metal is always looking to book, shows, and the more local bands that we have, definitely the more I get to support them, and we all get to enjoy their music.
That's awesome. That's a great idea for just networking.
Just sharing.
If you're a guitar player and you just don't know any people that, you don't know a bass player, you don't know a drummer, or say you almost got a full band, you keep running into those drummers who's like, oh, I'm a drummer. Oh, I don't got a kit though. I'm a drummer. Or
I don't got to play the jam and this and that, and you can meet with new people.
You might run into a drummer that actually has a kit.
That's so true. Yeah, that's awesome. Because I know personally from personal experience from trying to find a band and so that before it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So,
it is.
So people out there that are in that position, they can come out to this event, meet new people and stuff like that, try new musicians, and
I totally remember when you were looking for a band.
Oh yeah, that's right. I asked her. I asked Jill. I said, I was like, we were just talking about metal and stuff, and I'm like, we were talking about shows, I think, local shows, and I'm like, hey, if you know anybody, it's looking for a singer or anything, I could do that stuff. That like screaming, yelling stuff, I could do that. So it's just like,
wait, you're in a band now?
I think so.
It's not that Various band, are they?
Is it? Isn't that Various band that played with Slumber Dust? Isn't that band you told me about? Remember that?
Were you there?
Remember that awesome band Slumber Dust? Like I tell you about them all the time to check out.
Right.
And then we went to that Slumber Dust show, and then you're like, dude, go check out Various. Yeah, that's the band.
Huh.
I'm in them.
Whoa. Small world.
Two of my very favorite local bands.
Oh, thank you.
Sweet support.
We're blushing.
Oh, thank you. But you know what? Speaking of one of those bands, I guess Slumber Dust. You guys are playing with playing at the Geekery.
Yeah, we're doing playing a show with Big Durty, which is going to be our first time playing with them. We've been kind of passing each other for a good probably almost a year now. Mm-hmm. And
I want you guys to play together. That's going to be a good show.
We're finally playing with them. And there's a third band Snake River Redemption.
Oh, nice.
And Lousey Riders, I believe, is also.
Oh, right on. Four bands.
We played with
Four
Lousey
bands.
Riders, and Lousey Riders are great. And I haven't played with Snake River Redemption yet. So,
They've been around for a while. They're awesome. They are loud, blaring rock and roll.
and where are they coming from again?
I think they're Toronto area. Don't quote me on that one.
We do
I
that all
can
the time here.
figure it out right now, but yeah, don't quote me on that one. They're amazing. They've been around for a long, long time. Yeah, they are a Toronto area band. Just looked up, and they've got quite the following. So it's been a long time coming that I've been trying to get a good date for them to come down.
That's
so
awesome.
finally we nailed it. And
You know what I like about that too? It's all different types of doom.
Yeah.
You know, you got the psychedelic doom, you got the dirty rock doom, and like the fuzz doom. Oh,
Yeah.
That's wicked.
I think
sure.
It's going to be a good show. And it's back-to-back. So the 23rd, March 23rd, we'll be at the Geekery, I believe, right?
Yep.
And then on the 24th, we'll be at Duffy's in Toronto. So I think that's going to be our first time here in Slumber Dust doing back-to-backs in different locations.
it's nice to be able to offer that to people because sometimes it's easier and
Well, it is, yeah. And we love, that's the one main thing with being in a band, right? Is that, it's tough to kind of play outside of your city, right? So when you bring a band in from that city, you interchange fan
Exactly.
bases in a sense. Mm-hmm. And that's a great idea, doing
Definitely.
the back-to-backs.
And by the second night, most metal and punk kids are fast friends. By the second night, it's that much easier. The ice is broken. Everybody kind of knows each other, knows
Yeah.
what to expect and what they can do for each other. And and it's it's been great. It's been really, really great.
The
Knock
key
on wood,
word
it's
is
been awesome.
networking.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Two-
Nobody
yeah.
does this alone.
Two
yeah.
networking bits in one
Yeah.
bit we just did. So yeah, you can do the one is what's it called? What's it actually be called? The Open Night Jam. Is there a specific name
It's
for
just
it?
called Niagara Open Jam.
Niagara Open Jam. Okay, and that's
Niagara
gonna be
Open
like
Jam
you
auditions.
said at the end of. It's gonna be on Sunday at the end of the month.
Yep, the last Sunday of the month. This one will be the 25th.
Okay.
And it's kids are from 5 till 6 and adults from 6 till 9. It's a nice early show. You don't need to find a sitter. You can come and have fun. If the kids aren't into playing, they can still play board games or air hockey or have some food or do
Yeah, it's
whatever they
always
want to
fun.
do. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's always
definitely
great going to the
family-friendly.
Geekery.
Cool
Love going
place,
there.
great
If
environment.
you guys haven't been there, you're listening to this, get your butt there. It's on McLeod Road, and it's always a lot of fun there. A lot of games going on there, too, as well.
They got a
Keep you occupied.
is that Spider-Man pinball machine? Is that new?
Yeah.
Or no, sorry. No, that's not.
The
It's
punching
the
thing?
punching
Yes.
The punching
It's
game,
by the
yeah,
Spider-Man
that's pretty
thing.
hysterical after a few. I'll tell you.
I bet.
I've seen some people stand in the wrong place when it came
Oh,
down.
no.
But that's on Sunday. Quickly, I want to add on that is after you're done going to that jam and you've had a good jam, you're going to go home, you're going to go in your car, you're going to go in your room, whatever you're going to do. You're going to wait till 10 o'clock, and you're going to listen to this radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you live in Lincoln, you got no excuse. Because I officially found out that our signal reaches that far.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, look at you, Mellow Mike.
You got
Right
no
on.
excuse. You turn the damn radio on when you pass the pirate ship, and it still works.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So there we go. We don't have much time, I think, actually, for another song. We might have time for like a quick 1 minute one. So we'll do that. But we're gonna wrap things up just about now. Gillian, thank you for coming tonight. It
Thank you for having me.
We learned a lot about the 70,000 tons of metal. Learned about some shows at the Geekery.
And one last
uh,
time, can you just re-advertise the guitar giveaway?
Yes.
Yes. Moosehead Godin Canadian Guitar on March 3rd with the Ripping Friends opening and Rebel Scum from Buffalo, as well as the infamous Laid to Rest and Decatur, fresh from Toronto.
That's good. That's actually such a star-studded lineup. It's a great lineup.
It's going to be a killer night. It's going to be packed, so get there early, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And if you want to get there and maybe not have to pay the door fee, we have a contest right now. If you are wearing a band t-shirt or there's a band that you're currently hooked on and you really want us to play it, let us know or show a picture of the band t-shirt on our Facebook page, Hammer Smash 103.7 FM. And you enter for the raffle to win not either, but you win a Lemmy Blu-ray DVD. You get Geekery bucks and entry for 2 into one of the Niagara Metal promoted shows.
Nice. So that's going to be our on-air contest that we got going on. We'll let you know at the end of the show. We'll post at the either with the set list or sometime tomorrow when we get that podcast up there. The winner of this contest. So thank you for everyone who listened and participated and sent those comments. We'll try to get your requests on next week. But quickly about next week, I'm not going to be here. I got a show. I'm going to go see Watain in Destroyer 666. So you're with Metal Mike next week, and whoever he decides to bring in, maybe you'll bring in a guest, maybe you'll do solo. Who knows? Maybe Rocco will come by.
Maybe I'll bring in... Yo, Rocco! Whoa, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Could you imagine you just sniff everything?
Oh.
But yeah, there you go. But we'll keep in touch. I'll send you some tunes to get on for next week. Metal Mike show we'll have, and we'll get the podcast going up. We'll post the set list.
Yeah, you can check out
tonight.
the podcast. Just type in Hammer Smash Podcast. It's on SoundCloud, and you can check out all the stuff that we post up on there. We take away the copyrighted stuff because I can't afford lawyers.
Yeah, so now we have tunes that you can hear in the background. Thank you to my friend Andy Coatsworth for supplying Hammer Smashed music beds. And today went pretty well. Do you think? Good.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Jill, I don't think you can hear because you don't have the headphones on. We have
Nice variety.
We got some good music going on in the background of our talks. You can hear when we'll post the podcast there in the week. But thanks again so much for coming by. We learned lots about the geekery and about this. You also made me super jealous. And I'm going to go home and just watch a bunch of videos about this when I go home.
Absolutely.
About this 70,000 tons of metal. That was awesome. Thanks again. We have time for one song. We're going to squeeze in some Slumber Dust because that's the last thing we talked about. And you can go check those guys out.
March 23rd. And then if you live in Toronto and are somehow listening to this right now, March 24th. The first one is at the Geekery Pub. The second one is at Duffy's.
There we go. That's good. So there we go. You heard it from Metal Mike. Jill, you're the best.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
again
coming by.
in.
So we're going to end this thing with some Slumber Dust. Here's the song Angels. I'm Hammer Smash Joey.
Metal Mike.
Jill Underhill, our guest for 2018. And as always, may the metal be with you.
And also with you.